How to make healthy choices while dining out. This is an important one, and it's important because I've had friends that go so far as they're bringing Tupperwares into, I know I just dated myself by saying like plastic Tupperware, or they're bringing, you know, some kind of glass container, but something they're bringing to the restaurant to eat like under the table so they don't have to eat with everyone else, which is absurd. I don't want you doing that. I want you to be a normal person, ideally. So how can we make some healthy eating choices while eating out? And so let me start with and I've mentioned this on another video before, I believe, but you don't want to have a ton of liquid with the meal. So by ingesting food, your body signals that it's going to release its stomach acid, but it's also releasing it based on volume. So if you eat like a steak, it's going to think, okay, I need to release enough for this volume of food. If you eat steak fries and like 3 glasses of water, your stomach is going to be massively full, but that's not all full of food. And you're going to release a ton of stomach acid to break down that mass, but it's too much because the water didn't need the stomach acid. So now you're left with a high acidity rate. So you're going to have a really hard time. Like that is just not good for you. And it does a lot of things to your microbiome and all that we're not gonna get into, but just don't do it. Try to maybe have a glass of water before the meal, like when you first get there, like way before the food comes out, and then try to wait like an extra hour if you can before having more. And a good signal that you're super thirsty after a big meal is you probably went somewhere where they got a lot of salt. I mean, I used to work at P.F. Chang's right out of high school, and if there wasn't a pound of sugar and a pound of salt in every plate, oh my goodness. Like, so you gotta really understand that when you go out to eat, restaurants are trying to make you come back. They are trying to make you have a great experience, really crave that food and wanna come back again. And part of that game is getting a ton of sugar and salt because those are gonna send all the right signals that this food is amazing. And that is something that is a huge part of the restaurant industry. So just know that going out inherently. Another thing you want to do is really make sure that you are not, like you're aware of what else is going into the meal. So you might order, say like street tacos or something, but like, are they coating the bottom with cheese? Like what else are they doing? And like, feel free to ask the server and be like, hey, how do you make the tacos? Or like, you know, or even ask like, what oil are you cooking this in? And just get a better understanding about what is going into the meal, because you might judge it based off of just what you're reading, but come to find out that there's a ton of hidden calories in there that is going to just kind of put you over where you want to be. You might have wanted to eat 3 tacos, but if you know that it's deep fried and they like put cheese in like 2 layers and there's actually 2 tortillas, this thing just grew to like a 700 calorie taco. So you're gonna wanna eat 1 or 2. So portion control is gonna be another major aspect of healthy eating while you're out, is just also realizing how much to eat is enough and not being afraid of, hey, maybe I'll put this in a to-go bag and eat the rest later. Just because I'm at, you know, Claim Jumper, none of one of these places you go to, the portions are just, I think they've changed over the years, but when I was little, I remember them just being massive and me trying to eat the entire thing in that one sitting. Not recommended. Be totally okay with once you've hit your healthy limit, cool, I'm gonna pack up the rest and take it, or maybe give it to a friend. So those would be my best tips for how to stay healthy while eating out.